How does it feel, Serena?
It feels really good. It feels really good to be sitting here as the champion. I definitely didn't think I would be here in the beginning of the week or the beginning of the 2 weeks, but it feels pretty excellent.
Serena, with how sick you've been this past week and everything you had to go through, is this perhaps one of the toughest wins you've managed to pull off?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was not feeling great, but every time I didn't feel great, I started to feel better, and then the next day I got worse, and so it was a lot of up and downs, and so I just thought, you know, I was somehow still in the tournament, and now I'm somehow have won, so I don't know, it's really exciting.
Serena, how tough? I'm up here somewhere. How tough was the match, especially in the second set?
Well, the match definitely got tough in the second set. I mean, Maria started playing a lot better. She started being a little more aggressive, and I think I got a little more passive and was just trying to get the ball back in play. And but I also started serving better in the second set because I knew if I wasn't having my ground strokes where I wanted them to be, I knew I could serve it out. So yeah, it definitely got really interesting. I had a lot of moments. I had some easy shots that I missed in the second set on her serve, and then she came up with a big serve when she was down a break point, which was great. But I definitely can look back and see that, oh, I could have done a few things better just for the future.
Have you ever thrown up in the middle of a match before?
No, actually, I've never done that before. I guess there's a first time for everything, but I think in a way that just helped me to. I felt better after that. My chest was really stuck at that point.
Did you take anything for it?
No, the doctor gave me a little cough syrup and sent me on my way. So it was like a small amount just to suppress. I was coughing so much. It was just forcing things out of me, so I was just trying to pull myself together.
Do you think you would have needed to take a break if the rain hadn't come anyway?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe I would have just, it's the same thing would have happened, but maybe just on the court. But, yeah, I don't think so.
What did you make of the whole rain delay, Serena? I mean, would you have preferred the roof being closed from the start of the match if there was any chance of rain?
Well, when we first went out to warm up, there was a little rain, and so I was like, is it raining or is it just me? And so I told the umpire, and she's like, okay, but then I guess it stopped for a second, and then everything was fine, and then it started raining again. So whatever the case was, it was okay with me.
After the let at the match point, how confident you were to hit the same spot again?
I wasn't confident at all. I thought after the let, man, I am not meant to win this tournament. I had a couple of match points. I mean, she played great on those match points. She totally went for broke. I was like, come on. First of all, I didn't hear the let, and then I was like, okay. Do I go T? Do I go wide? What am I going to do? And then I just tossed and served as hard as I could.
Number 19 tonight,
Yeah.
Serena. Steffi Graf on 22. I mean, do those numbers, do they mean anything to you? Do they matter to you? Do you want to get past 22, or is it?
I would love to get to 22. I mean, 19 was very difficult to get to. It took me 33 years to get here, so I would love to get there, but I have to get to 20 first, and then I have to get to 21, and there's so many wonderful young players coming up, so it would be a very big task. My next goal was just to get to 19. That was my goal, so I didn't think it would happen this fast, to be honest, but it feels really good.
Serena, can you describe your actual emotions winning your 19th Grand Slam as you did so eloquently after the match?
Yeah, it just felt so good. Like, I mean, I've been through so much the past week. I really, really didn't expect to win. I didn't expect to be here this long. I was walking down the hall yesterday, and I was thinking, wow, I'm still in the tournament. And it's been a long time since I've been in the final here or the semifinal. So it's been a long time coming. And I was just really, really elated to have an opportunity to walk out on the final match.
What happened with the hindrance call?
Well, I got too excited, and I hit a great serve, and Maria hit an even better return, and I didn't expect her to get it back, and I said, "Come on," a little too soon, and so I guess there's a rule that you can't do that. So I'm fine with it. I moved on very fast to the next point and just tried to stay as focused as I could.
Has that ever happened to you before?
Do you follow tennis?
Serena, the video, the fist pump that came, I think, after that hindrance point is kind of going viral, the sarcastic, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, come on. And that just goes to show you that I have more fun on the court nowadays. I would have never done that 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I would have stayed so like in the zone and so focused. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a little fun with this, and because I'm really enjoying myself, and that's what I want to do. I just want to every match I go out, I want to enjoy myself, whether I win or lose. I just want to have fun. So I just kind of made a little sarcasm after that. And I didn't want another hindrance cause, so I was really careful not to do it anymore.
So, could you describe the way you feel in these kind of matches now inside? Say compared to earlier in your career, you just talked about the fact that you wouldn't have done that 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
what's it like now, the feeling when you're in these matches?
Well, right now in these matches, sometimes I get a little more nervous. Like in the U.S. Open last year and this one, I was more nervous than I usually am in the Grand Slam finals. Usually I'm just so on it, and I feel like I just have to go for it. I go for it, and the last two ones I've been a little nervous. I made some odd errors in the tiebreak that I normally wouldn't miss because I got a little tight and I didn't move, and I missed some shots. But yeah, so I think I just have to. I was definitely more calm today than I was in the Open, by 100%, but I feel like hopefully that'll continue on. If I get to another final of a Grand Slam, that'll continue to go on.
Serena, maybe you did the longest winner's speech you have ever done. So is there any specific reason for that? And I was wondering if you prepared that kind of speech before the match or ceremony.
No, I actually, a month or two ago, I thought if I won the Australian Open, there was so much that I wanted to do and wanted to say because it would be special. It would be 19. It would be something amazing, and I had a lot to say. I wanted to thank people. I wanted to thank the crowd because this crowd here in Australia is really good to me. And like I said, I don't get that everywhere, so I really, really feel my heart really is here. And also there was other things I wanted to say, like, and motivate people that may not have come from a lot. You can still make it, and you can still do it if you just, persevere and you believe in yourself. And I think that was another good message to get across. And then also, like I said, I did an ad for motor neuron disease, MND, and it's so important to raise awareness for that because anyone can get it, and there's no cure for it, and it's affecting our friends and people that it's on the tour and people that I personally know. So, I just wanted to address that as well.
Serena, would you like your glass of champagne?
I'm okay for now.
Serena, how soon do your eyes, your focus turn to Paris? Do you think about that now, or that's you let yourself?
A little bit. When I think about Paris, I don't think about 20. I just think about about winning there. It's the one slam I don't have more than 2 titles on. I only have 2 there. Sorry. Sorry. That in Wimbledon, I've been struggling, So, yeah, so I think, okay, now that I got this under my belt, I'm a little more comfortable with my ranking now, and now I can really move. Like, I did so bad last year at Roland Garros and Wimbledon as well. So those are the 2 that I really have my eye on because I would like to do better in those. And I know I can do better, so I'm going into it not as number 20, but as I want to win Roland Garros.
So are you going to schedule differently this year to put more focus on the majors?
Yeah, I definitely am not going to play as much this year, and I'm just going to go for everything when I do play, but I'm not playing as much and try to be more focused in every tournament that I get into.
Serena, will you continue to play with your new sparring, Jonathan?
Oh gosh, I loved hitting with Jonathan. We had such a wonderful 2 weeks here. We really enjoyed it. I have to talk to Sash. He's injured right now, so we have to figure out how he's doing. He's more than keen. He texts me every day. He's super keen to come back, and I'm loyal to a fault, which is gonna be awkward because I love working with Jonathan. He's so amazing. He's so funny. He's French and helps me with my French now. So yeah, so it's I hate to have to be in this situation.
You mentioned Patrick on court. How has he helped you?
Well, he's helped me a great deal. There's some times when a player doesn't believe in themselves, or even me, I feel like, gosh, I'm not going to be able to beat this person, or I'm not going to be able to play well, or I don't feel confident in this shot today, I don't feel confident in that. And he really stood up this past 2 weeks, and even hitting and doing all things that he's never done before, and just really encouraging and giving me great strategy on the court before every match, wonderful strategies and what to do and what to expect, and as well as how to play a better game, not for today but for tomorrow.